Andre had met Alexander, the substitute lawyer, during a meeting of coffee growers in Bogotá, where the young man had presented a summary of his final work. On that occasion, very impressed, Carlos' cousin contacted the young man about the possibility of carrying out a legal assessment for VEMP. It would be an assessment of the acts of alienation of Fazenda São José, an initiative of the late Maria Valdivia. Andre, after detailing the situation, told the lawyer that he would be given access to the company's documentation terminals. Days later, and in view of the continuity of the intended investigation, Andre used his personal password to access the files relating to the sale, but, surprised, found that he did not have permission to access the documentation of that transaction. Requesting clarification from the legal sector, Andre received an explanation that the documentation had been blocked from access by Dr. Sevilla, the sector's main lawyer. In the following days, Carolina and the VEMP employees closest to Andre noticed an uneasiness in him, as he had not been able to contact Sevilla in those days, while on vacation abroad. Andre, in front of the computer, began to investigate in detail all VEMP transactions that, in recent times, had passed through the Sevilla sieve in the company's legal sector. Andre hid nothing from Carlos, and considering the latest facts, an uneasiness also settled in the office of the Valdivia residence. There, traditionally, countless physical documents related to the digital files kept at VEMP were kept. The Valdivia cousins found that, in addition to the direct losses from the latest attacks suffered, both had diverted their attention from the company's business. Carlos now felt another side of wealth and the price exacted by the impossibility of keeping his attention on business. Tasked with analyzing the available documentation, Alexander found, among many irregularities, that the holder had disappeared without a trace. VEMP's chief legal officer found that all messages on Sevilla's answering machine had been deleted. It was later discovered that the main lawyer had not made ticket reservations through the company's secretariat and that, according to information from a doorman, the lawyer's car was not in the garage of his residence building. Alexander was divided between VEMP and the office at the Valdivia residence and continued to notice irregularities that were bad news for Carlos and Andre. The young lawyer had found that 3 other properties were being sold. They were small farms in the towns of Guadalupe, 2, and Mocoa, 1. It was the second week of December. Ana and Carolina had planned a party in Cartagena and did so to ease the tension of those days when the Valdivia cousins and Inspector Estevam seemed immersed in the investigation that was bringing the sale of the properties increasingly closer to the death of Maria Valdivia and the 2 attacks. When contacted, the administrators of the Guadalupe and Mocoa farms declared that they were unaware of the sale of the properties and reported that there was normality. At the opportunity, they presented proof of coffee production and the respective financial impact of each property. Everything, there, seemed normal.